Hi there, I'm Shelley Aubie, and today I'm going to talk to you about, is home ownership right for you? What is really involved with home ownership? So there are some different real costs of home ownership. So first of all, you have the upfront costs, so your initial amount that the buyer will need to have in order to buy the home. So that includes a down payment, closing costs, and any applicable legal, tax, title insurance, land transfer taxes. Those are what's upfront. You're also going to have to consider hookup fees and moving costs and that type of thing as well. Then you have ongoing costs of owning a home. So mortgage payments, your property tax, your insurance, utility bills, condominium fees if you do buy in a condo complex, routine repairs and maintenance as well. So you need to keep all those things in mind when budgeting for buying a home. The other thing is you have some major repairs that happen every 5, 10, 20 years. So things such as a roof or foundation or furnace. Those are major repairs that you might want to budget for as you're going along on your daily needs. So owning a home is not just the mortgage payments. You do have other things as well. So, are you ready to own your own home? Are you financially stable? Do you have the financial management skills and discipline to handle this large of a purchase? Are you aware of all the costs and responsibilities that come with being a homeowner? Are you ready to devote the time and regular home maintenance? So there are different things that you have to do when you own a home. There's maintenance to a house. It's not just going to look after itself for you as you would in an apartment or in your parents' home. Renting versus buying. There are different pros and cons, and I'm going to go through them with you. So first off, we're going to start out with renting. So the pros to renting is there's less maintenance and repairs. You don't have to do the upkeep and repairs to your home. Lower monthly and upfront costs because you're just paying a monthly fee and you don't have any upfront costs to it. Shorter term commitment. You make it easier to move to a new home, neighbor, or city because you don't have a mortgage or a commitment. You stay the 1 year and move on. Protection from decrease in property values. So if we do go through a market correction, those that are renting, they're not going to have or feel the impact of the financial stress of a market crash. The other thing is possibility to free up your cash to invest or save a larger down payment for a home. So when you're renting, you're able to put some money away that when you buy a home, you actually have that better down payment. The cons to renting, you do have the monthly payments, and that may increase year after year. So landlords are allowed to increase the rent every year on the anniversary date of your lease agreement. The risk that your lease won't be renewed. So landlords can change their mind if they want to move into the property for themselves or a family member, but if you own a home, they can't kick you out. But if they are renting, they can. Typically they don't, but they can. And you are paying someone else's mortgage rather than building your own equity for yourself. So your payments are obviously going to pay down their mortgage on the property. And you can't normally rent, when you're renting, paint or remodel without your landlord's permission. So the taste might not be exactly what you're looking for. Now, with buying a home, you have different pros and cons. So let's go over those together. So the pros to buying a home, you have freedom to renovate, modify your home as you wish. You are building up equity in a safe, secure investment as you pay down your mortgage. Potential for rental income if you include a secondary suite or if you rent out a bedroom. So that's sometimes nice. I know my first home that I bought, I had a basement apartment, and that certainly helped me in paying down my mortgage. The stability and peace of mind that comes from being in control of your own investment and owning the place where you live. You know nobody can send you away or get you out of your house. You have that security as long as you're paying your mortgage. So the cons with buying, the risk of financial loss if your home has lost value when you sell. So we haven't really seen that in our area, but there are places like Alberta right now that have been challenged with prices of values of homes going down after you purchase it. But I don't see that coming in our area in the near future, but that is a possibility. You have the responsibility for all ongoing costs, including your mortgage, principal, interest, property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. We went over that earlier. And the monthly payments can increase significantly if the interest rates go up. So you need to keep that in mind right now, because we are getting interest rates for less than 3% right now. So if in 5 years when you go to renew your mortgage, the interest rate is higher, you need to keep that in mind and budget accordingly. The possibility of unexpected or potentially costly repairs. So again, if your roof needs to be repaired, your furnace needs to be replaced, those things are significant costs, and you need to budget them accordingly as you own your home. So, are you financially ready to own a home? How much are you spending now? So these are different things that the bank will go over with you. What are your household expenses? So grocery, tuition, clothing, gifts, housing, maintenance, childcare if you have children. There's entertainment expenses. So when you go out for dinner, if you go to the movies, spectator events like going to a sporting show. We're not able to do that right now, but you might want to go to a hockey game and that type of thing. Magazines and books, your hobbies, your travel if you like to travel. Those all cost you things throughout your monthly costs. There's other things like loans and debts. Do you have credit card payments? Do you have them paid off? Do you have a car loan? Do you have a personal loan? A line of credit, student loans, mortgages for properties that you might already own. So it's not just first-time home buyers that are buying property, so you might have other payments. Savings and donations. Do you put monthly contributions into your RSPs, your TFSAs, your savings accounts, or do you donate to charities like your local churches or the food bank? So you want to budget all that into your monthly payment as well. There are different percentages that the financial institutions implement or have suggested to us as good budgets for you when budgeting for a home. So you want to add up those two previous slides, find your current monthly spend, and subtract that number from your total monthly income. The amount of money in your household earns on a monthly basis after taxes and deductions. So your net income, not your gross, your net. The difference is how much money you have left each month after expenses. So the affordability rules that I was talking about earlier, your monthly housing cost should be no more than 32% of your average gross monthly income. This percentage is known as your gross debt to income or gross debt service ratio. You're going to hear that at the bank when you're talking with them as well. So housing costs include your monthly mortgage payment, principal and interest, property taxes, heating expenses, and 50% of condo fees if those are applicable to you, what you purchase. So that's sort of how you process or calculate your GDS ratio. Then there's also a TDS ratio. The monthly debt load should be no more than 40% of your average gross monthly income. This percentage is known as your total debt to income or total debt servicing ratio. Your monthly debt load includes housing costs, car loans, credit card payments, lines of credit, and other mortgage payments. So those are the two numbers that your bank's going to use to try and pre-approve you for a mortgage, okay? So you need to figure out, on top of that, what your upfront costs are involved with buying a home and if you can budget that. So let's go over those for you. We have the down payment, which is the part of the home the price is paid up front when you make an offer to purchase. And that's typically, in our area, $1,000, $5,000. You have the home inspection and appraisal fees. So your bank sometimes might charge you an appraisal fee. It's usually $200 to $500. And a home inspection, there are several different home inspectors in our area. They range from $350 to $600 depending on the inspector and what they're inspecting for you. Insurance costs, so you need to make sure that you can get property insurance, and some people choose to have mortgage insurance on their mortgage. Land registration fees, it's based on a percentage of the purchase price of the property, and if you're a first-time home buyer, right now that is reduced. The government has a promotion on for first-time home buyers. You can talk to your mortgage person, myself, or your lawyer about that as well. Prepaid monthly taxes and utility bills. So quite often when you hook up hydro for the first time, they might want a $200 deposit put down. And that number could change. I don't know what, I don't make their rules for them, but typically I see it's usually about $200. Legal or notary fees, so your lawyer, you're gonna be paying legal fees to purchase a home and put the paperwork into your name and that. That's typically between $1,000 and $2,000, so you'll wanna budget that as well. Potential repairs and renovations. So when you go through the home with your realtor or your home inspector, they will, or possibly you will see the different repairs and necessary requirements that are going to be needed once you move in. So you need to budget for those as well. Moving costs. Yes, the movers do need to get paid as well. So for a truck rental, for the movers to help you lift and carry and put things in. And HST is applicable on new homes or substantially renovated homes. So you have to keep that in mind as well. Now we're going to take a break here, and tomorrow we're going to come into financing your home and the costs involved to financing your home. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Check out my page, ShelleyAubie.com is my website, or Real Estate with Shelley Aubie is my Facebook page. And if you like and follow that page, you will get updated when I put different hints and tips and educational tips, my new listings, and etc. Okay.